Hello guys. This is part 2. Today we'll be looking at the Galaxian game. So I did some digging. Actually, Galaxian was the first game, and then it was Galaga and then Galaga Arrangement. So I apologize in the previous video if I was a little bit unsure, or accidentally spread some misinformation. But Galaxian, we'll start with Galaxian. It was released in 1979. It has 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb with about 100-ish audience votes. And it's considered a classic legendary game. However, similar to Pac-Man, the sequel to it, like Galaga was kind of the Miss Pac-Man for Galaxian, and it actually did better and was the most popular. But we'll get to that one in a little bit here in this video, but we're going to take a look at Galaxian. Now, personally, I haven't really had any experience playing Galaxian. I have played a little bit of Galaga in the arcades, but Galaxian I'm not really familiar with, so we're going to check that out here. So it looks like R1 and X1 are shoot. L1 shoot 2. It's very similar to Galaga, only a bit more... Ah, shit. Using the joystick to move. You can't move up and down just side to side, which is okay with me. Ah! Unlike Pac-Man, this game doesn't have any games to unlock from scores, so you're just kind of... Okay, one more. There we go. Alright, a little hesitation there. I noticed the presentation on this game isn't as flashy, but considering this was in '79, the effects and stuff could have been a bit cruder. And the overlay's a bit different, but I think with the Pac-Man, sometimes that's technical stuff, like sometimes the way games were developed were more horizontal, and this one might have been a bit different, so... Because they were experimenting a lot with arcade cabinets back then. Just key is to really time it and get the aim right. It's actually... Anyone who's played video games before shouldn't really have a problem playing it, but if you're even if you're a bit unfamiliar with games, you should get the hang of it with practice and time like most other video games. Wow, I'm really kind of on a roll here. Oh, wow. I got one up, apparently. I also this game's... Ah, shit. Alright, now this time I'm going to use the D-pad. What's tips? this one kind of like, although the stick is a bit more arcadey, and unlike Pac-Man, this one I don't mind using the stick as much, but I will say with the D-pad, I feel like I have a bit more control over, oh shit. Okay. Because originally this game was developed by Namco, but actually helped by Midway 2, and it was meant to compete with Space Invaders, and it kind of did for the most part, but it ended up kind of being its own thing in the long run when its sequel Galaga was released a couple years later. And all that information I got from Wikipedia, so if you want to know more, I suggest checking that out. I know there's probably other sites about the game, but in all honesty, most people will check out Wikipedia for all that, and that's fine. In my opinion, life isn't school. You don't need, not every source needs to be scholarly. Ah, shit. There we go. Next level. Ah, shit. Okay. I think that's enough of that. You kind of get the idea of it. So that's Galaxian. Pretty solid. I like it pretty well on this game. The overlay is a bit different, but I think they did it for Pac-Man because the overlay for Pac-Man was more vertical, and it seems like for Galaxian it was more normal, standard sized. But let's see if that's different for Galaga. Now, Galaga was released in 1981. It has a 7.9 out of 10, a bit higher than Galaxian on IMDb, with about 300-ish votes, user votes. This was a big hit. Now, they tried releasing a couple sequels in the late 80s, but they did not do well, mainly because at that point, the space arcade video game craze kind of died down a bit, so they didn't do as well, but at least the third one did. I think the fourth one, Galaga 88, I don't know, I don't remember how well that one did. I assume maybe a bit better, but don't take my word for it. But yeah, it's considered a classic. We're going to check that out now. This one has the overlay, like the Pac-Man ones do. Galaxian really didn't, but that one was a little bit of an older one. Alright, let's start this. I have played, like I mentioned before, I have played this at the arcade, so I'm a touch familiar. Alright. I guess maybe I was wrong, maybe you can't move up and down, but the alien movements and all that are different, which I like, kind of. Kind of makes me feel, not only is it a touch more challenging, but I feel like it actually makes it easier to shoot them. I feel like it's easier to fire faster in this one too, and I actually using the D-pad this time. It just came more naturally to me. Damn it. There we go. Got them. Ah! Oh, come on. Oh, wow. This is hard. Alright, triangle, I guess it's credits. Sometimes in some of these games, instead of continue, you may have to put in credits. The triangle button I found was credits. So, you also had to do that for Midway. You had to put in credits to continue the game. And you could do that. In some games you could continue with levels, but the score won't keep though. The score will go back to 0 if you die, even with continues. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, this time I'm using the joystick. And the PS2 controller. Sometimes I'm alternating with R1 and X. It just feels like... trying to figure out if there's one that's a better position for me. Ah, fuck. Alright. Oh, come on. Key is really just to keep moving and watch where you're going. Standing still really doesn't really help that much in this game. You can't really stay still that long. Ah! Let's see, how long? Alright, I'm gonna... since I died a bit quicker, I'll go a third time just for shits and giggles. And plus, the instructions... the copy I had came with instructions, so... if you happen to find a game, you can always look into it to figure out how it works. In the Midway compilation I have, they have instructions for it in the loading screen. They have that in the game, and this one they don't, as far as I've seen. So that's something to keep in mind. Although most of these games aren't anything super complex. The Midway games, for part 1, could be argued that there are some games there that may take a bit to get the hang of. Still using that joystick here. There we go. Stage 2 now. Ah! Didn't move quick enough. There we go. Sweet. Ah! sneaking in. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go one more time. I do love this game a lot, actually. I think I somehow continued. I'm not entirely clear on the rules on continuing and not continuing, like what place I left off, so I don't know if I was good. Because my score is still going up, so I'm assuming. Oh wait, I pressed 2-player. That's why it's continuing. That explains. I must have pressed square to play instead of X. Oh well. It's fine. Okay. That's good enough. That's good enough. It's weird. The graphics and remind me of like the 04, 05 era, but this game was released in 2001, which is weird because these graphics remind me of Madden 2005, which came out in like 04 era. This came out a few years earlier, and the graphics look the same. So it kind of shows how much effort they give in this, or maybe not. Maybe Madden 05 didn't have as much effort put into it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't played enough games from this era to really know the difference. Okay. Now next we're going to take a look at Galaga Arrangement. Now, kind of like Pac-Man Arrangement, this was another game that was in the arcades but was never ported to home console until this game. Like Pac-Man Arrangement, Galaga Arrangement, there's no data on it on IMDb. I couldn't really find any information on it, so yeah. I assume it's probably going to be 90s-ish, and it's probably going to be fun too. It's probably going to have a lot of crazy shit in it too. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that right now, and we're probably going to spend a decent amount of time on that, so let's take a look. And like Pac-Man Arrangement, Galaga Arrangement took a little bit of loading. Alright, kind of similar. Okay, the joystick is working okay here, but definitely reminds me of Pac-Man Arrangement a lot, actually. Oh wow, this is some some crazy shit here, guys. Oh, froze me. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I got a bonus. There's bonuses in this version where you hit like, if you get it like a pack, it increases like your ship size and your power. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Of course, I assume if you take a hit, you probably lose it, which just happened now, so that's something to keep in mind. Ah! X is continue liking that. Ah! to look at the ships going down and firing at you. As long as you keep an eye out on that, you're good. But this game kind of gives it a bit more of a chaotic element, so that's something to keep in mind. Looks like kind of like that game. This game might allow you to continue as far as you can go with the continues. Challenge stage. Okay. Oh, trippy shit here. Oh, whoa! Oh my god. That is a bit disorienting for this, I will say that. I wonder if any other games have done this. Because I haven't really seen it before, really. Jeez, this is trippy shit here. I mean, seriously. Sweet. Like in the other ones, it seems like R1 and L1 are shoot too, so that's something to keep in mind. So the hyper beam that takes you, and it takes you wherever it wants to go. So that's kind of something, I guess. Yeah, this time I'm going to use the D-pad and see how that goes. Got sucked in again. Oh, it takes in, if you get it, you get a bonus. If it takes in, you get it back, you get a bonus. So that's cool. I will admit, I'm not super familiar with the rules of the game, but you really shouldn't have to be. You should be able to figure out as you go. Got hit again. I want to continue. This one does have an overlay too. I'm surprised that Galaxian didn't have an overlay, really. God, this is... Hey, I'm just gonna keep playing till I get sick of it, really. Or for a certain period of time, really. Because... There we go, got a little bit of an extra thing here. There we go. Oh, I love this thing. Oh my god. Can't believe with the continues they let you keep the score in this one. I don't think that was the case in Pac-Man, but I wasn't really paying attention super much. Ah. Let's keep going. Ah. There we go. Challenge stage. This is where I need it here. Oh, whoa! Oh my god. Jeez. This is really trippy. Ah! There we go. Ah. I think that's good for now. Oh. Hold on a sec, guys. Never mind. That was a Galaga Arrangement. That was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Kind of like Pac-Man Arrangement. I liked it a lot with the unlimited continues and everything. But yeah, it's pretty solid. I enjoyed really the games in general. The Galaga games. They hold up pretty far from my limited experience with the first the Galaga game at least. It holds up really well, and the other two games feel pretty good. Now, in terms of like D-pad, I didn't notice as many like jolty problems with the Pac-Man games. It could be just me, but the Galaga ones, it's not as hard to make corners because you're just going side to side, so I didn't have much of a problem. Overall, they're another great addition, another great 6 games you could put on there. I kind of wish there was maybe a couple games you could unlock with the Galaga games, but then again, the Pac-Man games kind of had a bit more going for them at the time than Galaga, so I understand maybe the more of a push for more Pac-Man than Galaga, but I kind of think the Galaga franchise, or Galaxian, depending on preference of name usage, I think they could have thrown in a couple lock games for this, but oh well. Still great though. I recommend them. And but yeah, this is part 2. Next time we'll cover it'll either be the Dig Dug or Pole Position. I'm probably, depends on where they're lined up, but one of those two. But we're halfway through. I mean, these next 2 videos will only be doing 2 games, so we might do them a bit more in depth. We'll see what happens with the games. But But yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.